Begging? Really? Like, are they really that desperate for people? I mean, like, I'm, super close to moving to America, and we're still kind of up in the air as to where we'd like to live, potentially. But, I mean, if there's states that are really sort of crying out for people, maybe they've got loads of jobs that are open, maybe the population's declining there, so they need the people to come back for tax revenue. Like, I mean, if they really, really, really want people there, I mean, it's kind of hard to ignore. I wonder which states will make this list.
What if a town offered to pay you to become the newest resident? Not hire you, not bribe you to visit, but actually pay you to pack your stuff, move in, and ask you please help keep the population sign from dropping another digit. All across America, some counties are losing residents faster than they can replace them. People move away, birth rates fall, older residents die, and eventually the local government realizes that a new park bench probably won't fix this situation. Not every state on this list is shrinking overall, but each has communities desperate enough to launch programs offering cash, free land, housing assistance, and other incentives to attract newcomers.
Wow.
I've done videos about communities that will actually pay you, and I've given you all the information where to move there. This video is about how desperate these states are to move people into these counties. So today we're looking at 10 states that have spent the last decade practically begging people to move in. Let's take a look. Number 10, Maine. Maine doesn't necessarily need...
This is interesting because Maine is super close to the UK. I think Maine might be the closest part of America to the UK. So, I mean, getting back to see family.
Another summer tourist asking where the nearest lobster roll is. It needs permanent residents who will work, open businesses, enroll children in schools, and remain after the leaves fall off the trees. A program called Live and Work in Maine exists specifically to connect potential newcomers with employers, communities, networking opportunities, and location resources. The organization even promotes events designed to help new Mainers become part of their communities rather than spending 5 years being introduced around as the people from Massachusetts. Maine is a very popular state because it's got a lot of really good stats. The crime is next to nothing in that state. It's beautiful, and they do have a lot of communities that are growing.
And I've heard like lobster rolls are like pretty much from Maine, and I love lobster, so yeah.
But they have 4 counties in rural Maine that are losing population. You've got Aroostook County, Washington County, Franklin County, and the Piscataquis County, which happens to be the least populated county east of the Mississippi River. It's a shame. I mean, it's so rural and it's so far north. I think that one's a big problem. But Maine is so beautiful. I would love to live there. I wouldn't live that far rural. I'd love to live in Bar Harbor, which is a city, but it's a beautiful state. A lot of people should be moving there. Sure, you gotta wear a parka most of the year, and there aren't many beach days, but it's
mega cold in Maine.
Beautiful. Over the last 10 years, they've had 5 separate programs trying to attract people. Number 9, Vermont. Vermont recorded the largest percentage of population decline of any state between July 2024 and July 2025.
So 2 East Coast states. Is this going to be quite an East Coast dominant video?
According to the state of Vermont's legislature, losing approximately 0.29% of its residents. That may sound tiny until you remember that Vermont's entire population could almost fit inside a busy Los Angeles Costco. The state operates a location network that connects interested movers with employers, real estate contacts, community organizations, and actual Vermonters who can answer questions about moving there. Vermont needs working age residents, entrepreneurs, tradespeople, healthcare professionals, and families who can help stabilize schools and local economies. See, that's not just you're losing people. You start losing tax dollars and schools start shutting down. Police budgets get cut, fire department budgets get cut. That's why these communities get so desperate to get new people in. Over the last 10 years, Vermont has had 6 different programs. 3 counties are in pretty bad shape. Bennington County down 1.9%. Rutland County is shrinking faster. Even Chittenden County lost over 500 residents. Ooh. Number 8, Iowa. Rural Iowa has a practical reason for wanting newcomers. Many communities need workers.
Rural Iowa. So I'm guessing middle of nowhere type place. Not a lot going on, maybe.
Badly enough that filling essential positions has become an economic survival issue. Yeah, it's hard to get some people working around there these days. I mean, they're willing to work. That's how Iowa people are. It's just a lot of the rural communities don't have working age people to do the jobs that need to be done. Wow. Iowa previously funded rural return projects
But if they pay good wages, people will move. Like if they pay, wages that are good enough, I'm sure people are willing to relocate, no?
Specifically designed to attract new residents to rural communities, and its new healthcare incentive program offers financial support to professionals who commit to working underserved communities. A new doctor, nurse, teacher, contractor, or business owner can have an impact that would barely register in a major city. But in a small Iowa town, you might arrive on Tuesday and be asked to join 3 committees by Friday. Small town Iowa is very unique. The people are always very down to earth, they're very nice, and they all have one elderly a-hole that everyone hates. You know, the type of guy you find out in his origin story that he's still pissed that his wife left him in 1973? He's refused to go to the only diner in town since that happened because the guy that she ran off with was the cook. In the last 10 years, Iowa had 6 different programs. In their counties, 57 of the state's 99 counties recently lost population, which is brutal overall for the state. Luckily, Cedar Rapids, Des Moines, Iowa City, Davenport, they're still maintaining their population or growing a little bit. When you're losing in the rural area and in the cities, you know the state is screwed.
Dude, 57 of 99 counties losing people. That is bad. That is really bad.
Number 7, Minnesota. Greater Minnesota, a program, has built one of the most organized rural recruitment operations in the country. State officials have identified at least 12 local and regional programs trying to convince people to move to smaller communities, find jobs, buy a house, make some friends, and preferably stick around longer than one winter. That's normally like the breaking point for Minnesota. After that first winter, people start looking at warmer places. It's like you're shoveling your driveway for the 15th time and you start going, you know what? The skeleton coast of Africa looks pretty good right now. Right now in northwest Minnesota, newcomers are working.
Wow, is this Minnesota? It looks amazing. I've heard Minnesota's a really oil-rich state. Lots of like oil jobs and things like that.
Spending money and softening the economic hit from having more funerals than baby showers. So this isn't just another tourism campaign telling people to visit the lakes, take a few pictures and leave. These are towns that would really like you to buy a parka, a snow shovel, and learn what wind chill really means. Many of the rural communities in Minnesota are losing population. And in these areas, it's a normal situation of more deaths than births, and not enough people moving in to replace the residents who have passed away. Over the last 10 years, they've had 12 programs, according to the state, that have been designed to attract new people. Number 6, South Dakota. South Dakota has spent years operating Dakota Roots, a program designed to connect people living outside the state with employers. The goal isn't just to attract temporary workers, but to help people make South Dakota their permanent home. Small communities really benefit when a new family arrives because one household can really help support a school, the hospitals, grocery stores, local businesses, and every fundraiser involving a crock pot. Newcomers with skills in healthcare, manufacturing, construction, and technical fields can become valuable pieces of the community puzzle here. Toot sweet.
I wonder though, like the incentives to attract people to move to these states or counties, like are they giving people payments, or is it just like, oh, you might get subsidized this or that? Like, are they actually putting money in your account to like get you to come? Because if they were, I'm surprised that they're still struggling.
They want you bad. Sometimes that's a good thing. Other times, it's not such a good thing. Like when a local 64-year-old barfly has her eye on you. Maybe both eyes, but she wears a patch, so you don't know. South Dakota has had 15 separate programs over the last decade, and 22 of South Dakota's 66 counties are losing residents, with the highest concentration in rural, isolated areas away from the major cities. Obviously, that's always where it's going to happen. Unless you're Memphis or East St. Louis, then there are people flooding out of those every single day. Number 5, Oklahoma. Oklahoma's strongest welcome mat is currently sitting in Tulsa. Tulsa Remote offers eligible remote workers up to $10,000 co-working support, social programming, and assistance becoming connected to the community. More than 4,000 remote workers have participated.
Nerds.
dissipated since the program began, demonstrating that Tulsa isn't merely tossing money out to strangers hoping somebody shows up with a laptop. Nope, people are showing up for this one. Sure, if this was a small community offering this and 4,000 people showed up, they'd be having a population problem in the wrong direction. But Tulsa's a good sized city, so 4,000 people is great, but it's not gonna overflow. It's built and organized newcomer networks intended to turn temporary arrivals into long-term residents, almost like a bait and switch. Just come by and check us out for the weekend. Then they put the hard sell on you. Why don't you move to Tulsa or one of the surrounding communities? You try and leave and they're all, this offer might not be there next week. You might want to jump on it now. Don't you hate salesmen that do stupid crap like that? Right now, Oklahoma has quite a few counties that are struggling, like Garfield, Texas County, Carter, and Kay County. Over the last 10 years, they've had 15 separate programs. Whoa. Number 4, Kansas. Kansas communities have been recruiting new...
I've heard, Kansas, I think, is like extremely, like a lot of farms in Kansas. There's probably still things to do, but I think you'd be living a quiet life if you moved to Kansas, right?
Newcomers with the combination of cash, housing assistance, student loan support, tax benefits, and local perks. They've also considered Shanghaiing people, but they ran into some legal issues with that or something. More than a dozen Kansas communities have had active relocation offers listed for 2026, including Emporia, Hutchinson, Riley County, Salina, and Lincoln County. Kansas also designated 95 counties as rural opportunity zones, showing how widespread the need for population and workforce growth has become in this state. In parts of rural Kansas, merely arriving with a reliable income and no plans to leave next Thursday makes you a local hero, at least to a lady at a bar with a patch. Over the last 10 years, they've had 16 programs. I did see one that said they had over 20, but I couldn't confirm all of them. So I know they had 16 programs, and nearly 80% of Kansas's 105 counties are losing population. People are moving from rural, western farmlands to urban centers like Johnson and Sedgwick County, which offers more jobs.
Wow, like, look at this. I mean, it's just middle of nowhere. Just so much space around. Is this a farm?
Counties like Ford and Morton have faced large declines. And it's too bad. Kansas is not a bad place to live. Number 3, Indiana. Indiana has turned recruiting new residents into something like a statewide team sport. Its official tourism and relocation website directs remote workers towards communities offering cash, moving assistance, workspace, and more incentives. Places including Switzerland County, Greater Lafayette, Fort Wayne, Noblesville, and Bloomington have operated recruitment programs aimed at people living outside Indiana. Indiana is another great state to live if you don't, if you're not into excitement. It's like Iowa. It's a nice place to move to if you're slowing down or you're just not into, the nightclub thing isn't you, Move to Kansas.
The nightclub thing.
Just move to Indiana. Raise your kids in a good place. In my opinion, one of the best places to move to in the United States that is a city is Fort Wayne. For a city with over 270,000 residents, their stats are pretty good. Amenities, A+, commute, A+, cost of living, A+, crime, C, employment, D+, housing, A+, health and safety, A+, schools, they get a C. That's pretty good for a place that is affordable and nice. Can't say that for the entire state, but this is a great option. But where they really need you is the rural communities. Indiana.
Yeah, it seems the theme of this video, like the rural communities are the ones that are really crying out for people. But I think living somewhere rural at this stage of my life, I probably couldn't. I'd probably get a bit bored unless there was a big city like really close by, like really close, like half an hour away, for example.
Indiana has had 16 programs over the last 10 years. Recently, 26 of Indiana's 92 mostly rural counties experienced a population decline, continuing a long-term trend of people moving to suburban and metropolitan areas. Number 2, North Dakota. Just like everything I said about South Dakota is going on in North Dakota, just worse. The state reports that they have over 30,000 jobs that they can't fill. Now, that's just not all perfect. It's a great idea. They got all these jobs. You got to remember, a lot of those jobs are really low-paying ones, but they have work for you if you want to go there. If you're not rocking a college degree in hotel management, you might want to take a look and see what they got. North Dakota's a good place to live. It's really cold. They don't have a ton of crime, and they got good people. with a lot of Scandinavian heritage there. North Dakota has also created the Global Talent Office, focused on attracting and integrating workers from around the country and the world. When a state is helping employers fly potential workers in for a closer look, that is less of a welcome mat and more of a welcome runway. Over the last 10 years, they've had 18 different programs. Most of North Dakota's counties are losing population due to rural outmigration and older populations.
Where are all these people moving to? Like, not the people that are leaving the rural counties, but the people leaving the state in general. Like, which states are getting the most, like, new people? Because I don't think it's California, because I think they're losing people as well. Maybe Texas?
Out of the 53 counties in North Dakota, less populated rural areas see the most decline. If you're a remote worker struggling with student debt, I would suggest moving to one of these places. It's dirt cheap to live there. If you could make the same salary you're making in New York with a remote job or California, why not? Pay down those student loans. All right before...
True, yeah. If you could get a big fat salary plus live somewhere super cheap, you are living like a king, basically.
We get to number 1. If you're thinking about moving to one of these states, there's a link for Home and Money in the description area below. They can get you in touch with a realtor anywhere in the country. Also, if you're looking for some of these programs, a lot of them can be found on the state's websites, or there's another website that has some of them called Make My Move. I'll leave a link down below. All right, on to number 1. And number 1, West Virginia. Yeah, if you didn't see this one coming, you haven't been paying attention to what's been happening in West Virginia over the last couple decades. West Virginia's in bad shape. They've gotten a little bit better over the last handful of years, but they've still got a long way to go. Few states have a stronger reason to recruit newcomers than West Virginia. From 2010 to 2025, its population fell by almost 90,000 people, leaving many communities with fewer workers, customers, students, and taxpayers. They got a thing called Ascend West that will give qualified workers $12,000, a bunch of outdoor recreation.
Wow, 12 grand. That's a lot of money.
Stuff, co-working access, community events, and assistance settling into participating mountain towns. That's a good deal. West Virginia's beautiful. You just got to bring a job. Instead of BYOB, it's BYOJ. Now, they're not offering this to everywhere. They have 5 mountain communities right now on their list that if you want to move there, they'll hook you up. They might as well put on a sign that says, "We don't care where you came from or what you did. Just bring your income, your family, and perhaps a functioning small business." Yeah, I just wish West Virginia was in better shape. I mean, it is a beautiful state. The people I know there are wonderful people. It's one of those places I'd almost consider moving to, mainly just because the people are so cool there. I don't know. Over the last 10 years, they've had 19 programs. Now, 47 out of the 55 West Virginia counties are experiencing population loss.
Oh my God. So we're talking more than 80%. Whew.
According to the recent U.S. Census Bureau data. The biggest problem is all the people that were going to leave have pretty much already left.
True.
Now they're dealing with more people are dying than being born, which makes it really bad because younger people move away than they have kids. Those could have been West Virginia kids.
Man, okay. Out of all the videos on this list, which one would I be most likely to move to? Maybe Maine, just for geographic reasons, because I think London to Maine, hang on a minute, it's only 6 hours. London to Maine, flight duration. It's either 6 hours or less. What? 11 hours? Oh my God. Hang on, how is that? I thought it was way closer, because London to New York is only 6 hours. And Maine is like just above New York. Am I wrong? 7.5 hours. Guys, my geography is just so bad. Okay. Maybe not Maine. Maybe Oklahoma. Because I think Oklahoma has, like, let me double check this. I think Oklahoma has a great oil industry. Is it true Oklahoma has booming oil? No, I think that might be Minnesota, oil production. I think, no, it's Minnesota. Hold on. Oh my God. All right. Okay. Ignore everything I've said. I don't know. Guys, you tell me, where should I move to in America? Where do you think is best for me? Like mid-30s, young professional, work in law, Where do you think I should move to? Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. And if you did, check out this video right here and hit the join button below. See you there.